Hi there. I'm just recording this video after watching the IGN review of Galactic Civilizations 4. And I have played Stellaris, and I have played Galactic Civilizations 3, and I have played a lot of other similar games, especially back throughout history, like Master of Orion, etc., etc. And I just really feel that the review that they gave for Galactic Civilization 4 really missed the mark. And I'm going to talk about why I feel that's the case. They talked about how the game was just the same every single time you replayed it. Well, I'm not sure what he was playing, but I find that to be extremely incorrect. Not only does Galactic Civilizations 4 have a whole bunch of different races, but each of the races are actually extremely unique. Um, for example, the Festron Hunt is kind of like a ravenous horde, if you may, from Stellaris. They basically have abilities that thrive on war, and they come from an aquatic world, and they can colonize aquatic worlds right off the bat. And they don't necessarily have like high production and stuff like that, but their war, like going to war with them, feeds their economy and feeds their growth as a species, and it makes them so unique to play compared to say the navigators. And the navigators aren't a warlike race at all, and they don't rely on that. They have an archaeology ability that relies on harvesting asteroids for extra production, and they also have this visual range in the solar system because they're considered to be like very good scouting. They're good at scouting the universe, and it makes them like very unique because they have this incredible reach on their sensors and stuff like that, which other races just simply can't have. And it gives them that unique feel. The Memots are like kind of like this race of furballs that are basically reproducing like crazy, and they run out of food, and you know they're just trying to expand as quick as possible, and they create a massive problem for other races because they every time they produce one ship they get two instead, and no other races like that. And or how about you just be a pirate, you know, like the Zaloxi are this unique race that basically they are a bunch of warriors. Their whole their whole empire thrives on crime. They're allied to the pirates right off the bat. So when you're exploring space, you suddenly don't have this, you know, alien presence that you have to worry about. You can just walk right through, pirate stations and without getting attacked and losing your colony ships. And their ships are harder to kill because they have this ability where they take 10% less damage on all their ships, and their weapons have 10% longer range, so they're shooting you down before you even get to them. And so it gives them this sort of warrior culture, and this criminal element to them, and it feels like you're playing a bunch of space pirates. And like the list goes on and on, but like the Yor have massive amounts of production that they can create. But they have this massive drawback where you have to literally construct your own population on your world. And you talk about like I feel like every single game that you play is different with every single race. And then you can just design your own race, which can mix and match all these different abilities to create another unique experience if you so chose. So even if you only played each race once, you would get a different game every single time. And that would give you a lot of you know, different looks at the game. Um, every single race has kind of their own thing. Uh, I'm doing a playthrough right now on my channel with where I just selected a race at random. I played on the incredible difficulty level because that's what I like to do. I like to challenge myself in these games, and I ended up with the corporate sector, and once again, another extremely unique race. These guys aren't necessarily the best. Um, they're not necessarily the best at war or the best at production or the best researchers, but what they do have is money, and they have a lot of it, and it just makes them so unique because nobody, and I mean nobody, can compete with them on the money side. They are rich. They get richer as you go throughout the game, to the point where you can literally just buy everything. You can buy technology. You can buy your ships instantly. It just makes them so unique. So like, I don't know what the person reviewing for IGN was playing, but it certainly didn't feel like he was playing Galactic Civilizations 4. And this was right on the first. I'm on version 1.01 now, but he was basically reviewing 1.00 when it first got released, which the game hasn't changed. There are a lot of bugs, especially in multiplayer still, but I really feel like the team at Stardock is working on the problem. I don't work for Stardock, obviously, but I mean, like, I can tell from their posts and everything like that they're listening to all the bugs. I've reported a ton of bugs in the game since beta, even because I've been playing since the beginning, because I put more hours in Galactic Civilizations 3 than any other game I ever played on Steam. And now I play it on, of course, they're exclusive on Epic, so I mean, it's just another platform, right? So, this game is honestly the most replayable 4X game I've ever seen. Like Stellaris, I always feel like the AI isn't very smart. Um, it's a great game, don't get me wrong, but I find that it's far more repetitive than Galactic Civilizations 4. Like GC4 is just hands above like the most unique game that I've seen, and they certainly don't plan on changing it to make it so that like these races are, like people complain, I know, about the balance of some of the races because some of the abilities are pretty crazy good, but it seems like almost like most of the races, maybe not all, but like at least half of them are so unique that it just makes them, they have that one cool, really special thing that makes them unique and better than everyone else at what they do. It doesn't make them better at everything that they do. It makes them better at that one thing, and it makes their play so unique and how you go about throughout the game. So like, yeah, I just got a little offended when I saw that, because like I felt like, what game is he playing? Like, did he, like he said he played multiple games with different races, and it's just it just simply can't be true. Like, he maybe played for 5 minutes on each race and then just made a decision. Like, it just felt unpolished, um, and it's pretty disappointing because like I've seen some of his other reviews and I kind of agree with some of them. Not necessarily like all the way, but this one I felt was so far off the mark that I had to comment on it. And it's just really unfortunate when people don't put in the time to make their videos and and then give, especially when they have so much impact on the gaming community. Like, people watch this channel and say, oh, I'm not going to bother playing that game because it's trash. This guy thinks it's trash, so it must be trash, right? It's probably not worth my time and money. Well, I certainly feel that GC4 is worth the money and then some. It is a great game. Certainly, if you're looking for a game where you have like a lot of replayability and you have challenge, and the AI in this game at least thinks its way out of a paper box a little bit better than some of the other games that I've seen. So um, anyway, those are my thoughts. I hope this video helps to kind of put in perspective the game itself and helps you decide differently. But anyway, that's just my thoughts. Thanks for watching this video, and I hope you like and subscribe if you like my opinions. But on this particular subject, I felt it was kind of necessary to make a video on it. So, and I realized that I do a lot of, so far on my channel, I've really only done Galactic Civilizations 4 gameplay, but I've played a lot of the other games, and I intend to review other games and play other games as well, because I do, switch games now and then. So I played other types of games as well, like, I put a lot of hours in Valheim and, you know, uh, what's another one? 7 Days to Die, and games like that. And, whenever I see a review that just smashes a game that I like, I kind of look at it and I go, does, is he right? like, I look at it and I'm like, okay, well, what is he where is he making these points? And then I'm like, oh hell no, I do not agree with that. Or I say, yeah, I kind of agree, right? But in this case, he was just way off the mark. Anyway, thanks for watching.